Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. So I'm sitting here with Chris Odom, part of the WAMI team, part of the WAMI support, and also founder of the Black Community of Portland. Now, today we went out to, this is just one of the projects that the many that you actually do.
Yes.
And that was, we loaded up 140 food boxes, and then we've taken them out to different areas within the community. Now, what made you decide to get started in trying to do something like this?
Well, when the resources came available, it was just going to be a one-off thing, but then when we realized that this was something that the community really needed, and the resource was still available through the COVID relief through the state of Oregon, we decided that we were going to make a concerted effort to get more community members involved and spread our reach throughout Southeast Portland, the Rockwood area, because there was a great need for it. In addition to that, the Black community, with the culture, within our culture, we have some eating habits that sometimes cause us harm in the long run. So in an effort to promote healthy living, we want to share produce, free produce, vegetables, dry goods, as well as any household items that we may have with the community.
Was it like an instinct, a dream, or a vision? I mean, something had to drive you to sit there and say, you know, I'm just gonna stop everything else that I'm doing and commit myself to like serving the community.
That's a good question. I would say it's been part of our vision as BCP, our nonprofit organization, for some years now. Our whole theme is community development through networking and sharing resources. So whenever we do have resources, it is our primary focus to make sure we share that with our community partners as well as the community members that we interact with on a regular basis.
Okay, and so the food box distribution, so you have different volunteers that come in and donate their time, but also we're also asking the community to also donate to the organization, so that way they can at least take care of the gas for the people who are coming from far and wide to be able to deliver these boxes for the families. I know from what I experienced today, I was like, this is really different, but it was amazing because I could see that these kids, you know, they wanted that food. You know, I know they were a little bit hesitant, they were a little bit skeptical, but as I was talking with Dak, she said the apartment manager actually took a picture of your team because he was really happy about the work. They were like, you guys didn't come and bring any badness to the neighborhood, you actually brought something good. You know, and that was something that was nice to see, you know, that without getting all the resistance or the fight back from people within the community that you're actually trying to help.
That's beautiful.
So you also have a literacy program that you're working on as well too.
Yes, BCP is going to be hosting a financial literacy course starting next week. It's going to be every Tuesday for 5 weeks. I believe it's from 5 to 6:30. We're going to be talking about banking, credit unions, budgeting, risk management, credit, debt, and investing. One of our goals is to be able to facilitate that workshop quarterly throughout 2021 and beyond. If we have enough funding and resources, we're going to offer this virtually and in person as the community expresses the need for the education and the knowledge around those topics. As a long-term project, we hope to compensate the community members for participating in the program and also for hitting some of the milestones and self-identified goals that they set for themselves, such as I want to save up enough money to, I want to save 2 paychecks worth of savings into my bank account. Okay, that's your self-identified goal. Once you hit that, we want to incentivize you for committing to the goal that you set for yourself and encourage you to take it a step further and aim for a higher goal next time. So in an effort to help the community and mentor them and coach them and kind of play as a sponsor, we want to encourage them to aim high and let them know that we're going to support them along the way.
Now, do you also do like voter registration and census type? Because I know also I've done the census many years ago as a census worker. and people didn't understand by actually filling out and taking the census, this is how funds actually get allocated within certain neighborhoods. Is that something that you're able to offer through your organization as well?
Yes, over the last, I would say, late 2019, organization did a presentation for us, Portland African American Leadership Forum, and they came to the presentation about the census, told us what the importance of it was and how it supports our community, because the Black community, we, not to generalize, but a lot of us aren't, as a mass, we're not typically aware of what goes on as far as policy development, census or civic engagement, initiatives or anything going on in our community revolving around civics or politics or policy development. So through our monthly community meetings, we did have a conversation, a workshop, I would say about a 45-minute presentation was led by this other Black-led organization. PALF is the acronym is PAALF, and they're also a nonprofit that primarily focuses on civic engagement, voter registration. So like I was saying, in the spirit of not recreating the wheel, we lean on those entities to partner up with us so that we can spread the knowledge. So when they have events going on, we want to share that information with the community that we're already serving. On top of that, we would like to incentivize them to stay engaged, as well as hopefully next year we can incentivize the youth to get engaged with civic engagement opportunities.
So Black Lives Matter, as far as like what we see is like Black Lives Matter and also beyond the protest. You know, so tomorrow, which we're going to be doing our nonviolent protest at the square, to also educate people about what Black Lives Matter means, not just in forms of police brutality, but also with eradicating systemic racism within education, within jobs, within housing, and there's a lot of ways that we can support the Black community, especially working with nonprofit organizations like the BCP here, and other places as well too. So I encourage you guys to please, work with us, get involved, lend your support. You could either lend your bodies, to help and volunteer, because it was a lot of work, and without, many hands make light work.
That's right.
So we could use drivers, we could use people to carry boxes, we could use people to sit there and take down the addresses of the families that you're actually going to help. And then also coming out with the voter registration and the census. And if you just want to, just send some money to help these people who are donating their time and their gas and their energy, then please donate. And he's got a 501c that he can also give you a nice tax receipt for. So thank you guys. So is there a message that you want to tell them as well too?
I would say believe in our organization, believe in the work we're doing, and know that our vision is true and that we do this for the people. 90% of the organization is ran off volunteers, and we've been doing this work for about 5 years so far. And we plan on continuing doing it. So with your support, the efforts that we make expand out and reach a lot more families. So just if you have any questions about the work we're doing or about the work we want to do, you could easily